Governor Brown recently signed into California law a minimum wage increase for California employers. The new law increases the current minimum wage of $8 per hour up to $9 per hour in July of 2014, and then another dollar increase up to $10 per hour effective January 2016. Now, a lot of employers recognize that this is going to increase their bottom line for the minimum wage earners, and don't like that aspect of the law, and I don't want to get into the debate of the effect this is going to have on the employment in California. But I wanted to address another issue that comes into play with the increased minimum wage, and that's oftentimes overlooked by many people in this debate and by employers when this analysis needs to look at the amount of money that you have to pay employees to qualify as an exempt employee. Now, this is important because to be an exempt employee, an employee has to meet two aspects of a test. The first aspect is a duties test. The employee has to perform certain types of duties more than 50% of their time to qualify as an exempt employee. The second part of the test is a salary basis test. And generally, to meet most of the exemptions, an employer has to pay an employee more than 2 times minimum wage to meet the salary basis test. Now, it's going to depend on which exemption you're trying to have the employee qualify for, but the duties test is going to change for each employee, but the salary basis test will not change for most of the exemptions. And most of the exemptions that normally apply to employers here in California are the executive, administrative, and professional exemptions. And the salary basis test says that they have to earn more than 2 times the current minimum wage. Now, at the increase going up to $9 per hour in July of 2014, to meet this salary basis test exemption, in order to qualify as an exempt employee under those exemptions, an employer is going to have to pay at least $37,440. You get to that number by multiplying $9 per hour, which is going to be the new minimum wage in July of 2014, by 2,080 hours. And that's generally the number a full-time employee would work during a year. And that equals $18,720, and you multiply that by 2 to come up with the $37,440 per year that an employee needs to earn in order to meet those exemptions. Now, when the minimum wage increases to $10 an hour in January of 2016, that number is going to increase again to $41,600 per year. And you get to that number by multiplying $10 per hour by the 2,080 hours, and that equals $20,800. Multiply that by 2, and you arrive at the $41,600. Now, for there's some other exemptions that apply different multipliers of the minimum wage that need to be met for the salary basis test, but this is, generally speaking, probably the 3 primary exemptions that most employers will look at for their employees. Now, this is a significant increase in the salary that one needs to pay an employee in order for them to qualify as exempt. And I wanted to make everybody aware of that in this video. And again, to qualify as an exempt employee, there's also another aspect of the test that I'm not going to speak about today, but that's the duties that the employee is performing. And that's a very careful, detailed analysis that needs to take place as well. But I just wanted to raise the issue about the increased minimum salary that an employee needs to earn now under these new minimum wage increases coming out over the next 3 years. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call or email me. My information will be listed on the screen.